What makes you feel good? What floats your boat and makes your steps lighter? What puts a smile on your face without fail and make even your Monday blues disappear? Well, those are the kind of positive ideas we want to focus on because from this point on, it's good vibes only. On Good Vibes Only, we invite some good people into the studio to talk about good things only. And that is whatever makes us feel happy, whether it's foods, moods, hoods, or goods. And today's good person with the good vibes is a KBS World Radio family member. And it's none other than DJ Bryan of K-Pop Connection!
Hello! It's DJ Bryan! Welcome! It's so weird to be at a KBS radio station and studio and not talk about my show. Yeah. We're not K-Pop Connection today, y'all.
Right, but you can talk about the show if you want.
Yeah. This is K-Pop Connection's very own DJ Bryan here on Wonder Hours with Hyerim. I'm very excited.
Me too.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Hello and welcome, and thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, obviously we all know who you are, but could I still ask you to introduce yourself for those who just might be listening to us for the first time?
Sounds good. For those of you guys who are familiar with KBS, I'm also a DJ here for K-Pop Connection, which airs every night from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can listen to us on podcasts and all that good stuff on our website as well. And before all that, I used to be in a K-pop group called Fly to the Sky from the years 1999 till 2009. Took a 5-year break, came back in 2014, and we finished up in 2019. And since then, I've been doing my own thing. I swayed away from music, but you know, I've been doing variety shows, radio, YouTube. And nowadays, a lot of young people know me as the cleaning freak. I've actually had kids on the elevator 인사 to me. They're like, 안녕하세요. And I'll ask them, I was like, do you know who I am? They goes like, 그 청소 아저씨. I'm like, call me 청소 삼촌, not 아저씨. Because I don't know why 삼촌 just feels a lot younger than the word 아저씨 to me.
Of course, right. 아저씨 feels more, it feels so much distant.
Very distant, yes, and doesn't feel like we're close at all. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a difference between emo and 아줌마.
That is true.
That's true.
I even tell my nephew, my cousin's kid, because he lives in the same apartment building, not building, but complex as me. If we see each other, I was like, 밖에서 삼촌이라고 부르지 말고, out in public, call me 형.
형.
And then people are like, you told them to say it? I was like, yeah. I don't want to feel like a 삼촌 or an 아저씨 yet. I don't feel that way, so
Yeah.
So.
I agree. Me too.
Do you tell your kid to call you 언니 or oppa or
my
not
own
oppa?
kid?
Well, in public, you don't want them to call you 엄마. You're just like, you know, I want to feel young. Because I know people in the States.
It felt really weird when I first heard the word 엄마 or 어머님. Like when I go to the hospital, like 산부인과 or the teachers, they would call me 어머님, and that was so weird at first.
Yeah.
Like me, are you talking to me?
Because you don't, even though you have a kid.
I still feel like a 막내.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just feel, I feel like as we age, no matter how old we get, as long as we feel young and think young and stay active, we always see ourselves as our young selves. But then just because you have a kid doesn't mean you're 40, 50, 60 years old.
Right.
So when people title you as 어머님, I feel like they're
weird.
aging you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now I'm just, I just accepted it.
I mean, you have a kid, you're married.
Right,
so.
right. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you debuted in 1999. So 1999. You have a long history.
Long history. 99, came here right after high school. We probably had the shortest prep time out of all the K-pop groups in history, I feel like.
How short was it?
So Hwani, I think he prepped for like almost 1.5 years to 2 years. But me, I only prepped for 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Yeah, but it was funny because it wasn't that it was only 6 months. So what they would do is my parents were against me coming to Korea right after auditions. They wanted me to finish my high school education, get a diploma. So my thing was come back to the States. My mom and dad contracted with SM at the time saying, you must finish your schooling or we want our son to finish his schooling first and then we'll send him to Korea. So what SM would do was send me video updates on what Hwani was doing so I can see what he was doing, where he was at, and then they would send me videos and audio files of songs for me to practice. So in a way, I was a 연습생, but at home. I was like, I was the first homeschooled 연습생 in a way, which is weird.
Yeah. 연습생. It's my first time hearing that.
I know.
It's a
That's the first
concept.
time for me saying it too. Yeah.
So you auditioned for SM?
So I auditioned for actually Brothers Entertainment, which is an agency based out in Washington D.C. in America. And Gary Boone, who was my agent at the time, he actually had found like Tony Young and who else? Andy and Eric Young from Shinhwa, Tony from HOT, Danny and Teddy from One Time, and yeah, so I knew of him, but I never knew how to get in contact with him to audition. But my friend, a good friend of mine, Grace Pei, who recently put a video up on her SNS, posted some makeup stuff. She's a makeup artist now. But if it wasn't for her finding the flyer for auditioning, I wouldn't be here right now. So thank you to Grace, who actually was in Korea back in 97 or 96 for the first time to prep for a group called Titima, old school girl group. But her parents, who went to church with me, were, you know, 너는 안 돼, 학교 가야 돼. So she was forced to come back to the States. And so, in a way, I was living her and my dream at the same time. But now
So she must be so happy for you too.
She's very happy, very supportive. But I'm happy for her too, because she's a big-time makeup artist in America.
In America.
She's actually Lil Nas X's personal makeup artist right now. She did Gwen Stefani. She did Fergie. She did so many actors.
But does she do your makeup too?
So every once in a while, if I'm in LA and I don't bring my stylist from Korea because, you know, it's expensive to do that, I'll call her, like, Grace, I need to do makeup. Can you please? And if she's not busy, she'll come and do it for free.
For free,
Because we're family. I've known her since she was probably 4.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was 6 at the time. She's 2 years younger.
Childhood
Yeah.
friends.
Childhood friends. Yep.
You know, I actually wanted to audition for SM.
Oh, you did? Did you?
No, I didn't. I didn't know how to. I was in Hong Kong.
I didn't know either.
Yeah, I was in Hong Kong and I wanted to post on the. I wanted to sign up for the online audition, but I was too young at the time. I didn't know how to do it.
How old were you back then?
Like in middle school. Yeah, so I was waiting, or maybe I'll do it like a few days later.
Okay.
And then JYP, they came to Hong Kong at the time. So somehow I went, because Rain was in Hong Kong for his world tour.
Okay.
And JYP, they auditioned a world audition in Hong Kong. So I went there and that's how I got in.
Oh, so you did a real live audition.
Real live audition. Because I'm not a techie person.
Yeah.
I'm still not.
I'm still not either.
Right. So I didn't even know how to apply for the audition online. So we might have been in the same company. Who knows?
Wow.
Right.
I didn't audition for JYP because back then, that's even before G.O.D. debuted. So I didn't even know anything about JYP back then, other than JYP himself, who I actually liked his music growing up. But, you know, I was a huge HOT fan, so my dream was to be in SM. Yeah. And I got lucky, so it's like, wow, SM wanted to see me in person. So, but even till then, I didn't know it was SM. So the company called my agent, and my agent was told, don't tell Brian what company he's with, just bring him to Korea. And he goes, the company wants to see you in person. Can you fly to Korea for winter break? And I was like, I don't have any money. And they're like, oh, they're going to pay for your flight and hotel. I was like, okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking, if I don't make the audition, 떨어져도, at least it's a free vacation to Korea.
Right. So everything just kind of happened naturally.
Yeah.
It was all meant to be and destined to be.
DSP. So I had auditioned for DSP, SM, and at the time, 이현도 선배님's company. And when I got to Korea, and the people who picked me up, they're like, do you know what company you're auditioning for? I was like, no, the agent didn't tell me. So in the car, he goes, oh, we're about to go to the office. And as soon as I saw the door, back then it was in Pampo. They had the glass doors that said SM. I was just like, my heart was pounding. I was nervous. And for some reason, I thought if I walked through those doors, HOT, Shinhwa, and SES would be sitting there.
That's what I thought
saying,
too.
Like, yeah, right? Like, welcome to our company.
But it was nothing like that.
Nobody was there.
Nobody was there to greet me. No. Yeah, I had to find the places myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It was a cold place.
So a lot of people think K-pop is this wonderful, extravagant
fantasy
life, but no, not in the beginning periods. It's not easy.
Right. Not easy at first, of course. All right, so moving on. Do you remember the first time we met?
We met physically in person because we were working on like a Christian album, Christian project.
Yeah.
And so we were actually talking about this right before we went on air. I'm not sure if it's Thailand or Jakarta, but...
Oh, was it Jakarta?
I think it was Jakarta.
But I believe it was Thailand.
I think it was both. I think we went to both places together.
I don't remember that. I just remember one place.
Yeah. And we worked on stage together. It was for, I forget what song we sang though. We sang many songs.
Yeah.
We took turns, you know.
I had a song called Cry of Love. That was my song.
Cry of Love. I think we sang I Stand. I sang that with our pastor at the time, Pastor Johnny. Xander from You Kiss was there as well.
I don't remember him being there. I just remember you.
Xander was always there. So like, yeah, it was the group called Third Wave.
Right.
And Third Wave consisted of the main vocalist and leader was Pastor Johnny, PJ. And then he recruited me, Shimon of Super Junior.
But he wasn't there at the
He never
concert.
made it because he was too busy.
Right.
And of course you and Xander as well. But I think you guys rotated. I think you're right. I think when Xander showed up, you couldn't make it. And then the country you went to, Xander couldn't make it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't remember the precise moment that we first met, but
Yeah.
I think it was at the airport when we were.
I think it was at the airport, yeah.
Right,
I
when
do
we
remember it was
were-
at the airport, but it wasn't even in Korea. Was it when we landed? Or was it in the Korean airport? Was it in Incheon airport?
in Incheon airport
Oh, I thought
when we were going to Thailand or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody's
then-
going to see this and they're going to be like, no, you guys are both wrong. It's a totally different country. I'm like, oops.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it was in 2013.
Was it
Yeah.
then?
I think it was 2013.
No. It wasn't
Wait.
even another country. It was at a cafe here in Korea.
Oh my gosh, do you remember that?
remember that day.
That was in Hongdae.
That was 2012,
What
I
was
think.
that for? I don't even
I think we were
remember.
prepping for the
For-
trip. And so Pastor Johnny wanted us to take a picture so he can promote us going to the country. What year does it say on the picture?
Probably 2012 or something like that.
Because I remember that
Wow.
hair, it was when I was doing 너 따윈 버리고.
Oh, I was so chubby back then.
Oh my gosh,
so
that
cute.
was, you look like a baby in that, it was 11 years ago.
was,
No,
yeah.
so this article was 11 years
my
ago, but I feel like it was
goodness.
longer.
You look so young.
Because this album was 2024.
11 years ago. Wow.
It was 2013. Okay, wow.
2013. Ooh, so I'm right.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was for a Christian
I had so much
concert.
eye makeup on. Holy cow.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
also, do you remember we hosted a show at another English broadcasting center at Ari?
아리땡.
Ariteng.
Did we?
We did, and it was
Was
an
it-
outdoor concert, and we were the main MCs.
Oh my gosh, I
Yeah,
do
you
remember that.
right? I remember because I have a Polaroid photo of us at
Okay,
home.
okay.
Yeah.
I remember that because I've done so many things for that network with other female celebrity MCs who spoke English. So I was like trying to think like which one, which event, where.
It was for a Dream concert, I believe.
I think so. And we had to
Yeah.
go upstairs, really long stairs to go up to the stage. I remember that.
Yeah, so we actually
That was like
have
3 years ago, wasn't
quite-
it? 3 or 4 years ago?
No, it was way longer.
Was it before COVID?
I think so. Yeah, it was way before COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, so we actually have
Wow.
quite a memory, quite a.
Yeah.
We
Work
did lots of
experiences
things.
together.
Yeah, together.
Wow.
But it's our first time at a talk show, like radio show together.
I believe so.
Yes. All right, so we're going to start chatting for real after a quick song break. And as usual, we've asked our guests to pick some songs for us. So the first song on DJ Brian's playlist for the day is 날개 잃은 천사, Angel Without Wings by Rulla. We just heard 날개 잃은 천사, Angel
Yes.
Without Wings by Rulla. What a fun song.
This was a great song because the first time I heard it, when I was young, way before the internet was so advanced, we were at a church retreat. And I remember a bunch of us were playing volleyball. I don't know why. Everyone always played volleyball at the church retreats in the East Coast. And some kid had it in her little boombox. And she was playing, it was a cassette tape. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And this is before, I mean, I listened to K-pop, but this is before I knew who Lula was. And I was like, ooh, I like this song a lot. And then, yeah, I was just like intrigued with K-pop back then. And then, you know, I always mixed in K-pop with pop music back then and showed my friends. And I remember performing this at a talent show with one of my friends. Actually,
Oh.
Grace. So Grace, the girl who got me into my audition, we actually did all like the 한인회 축제s together in South Jersey. Yeah, so thanks to her, like I said before, I'm here, and we did so much. Like when I go to LA, like she lives in LA now, so we always hang out. She's married now. Recently got married. Yep, but she's still busy. But she still looks like she's 12. Like it's weird. It's freaky. I'm like, I can't believe you're married. Like, and she's 40 years old. Like, you know, 만으로 stateside age. So I'm like, you look like a baby still to me. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
It could have been the
Especially
water in the
because
New Jersey water.
Right. Especially because she's your childhood friend.
Yes.
So you have memories of her when she was like 4 years old.
Yes.
That's
exactly.
why. My friends told me that too. Like, 애기가 애기를 낳네. That's what they
That's how
will
it feels.
say. Yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, the cool thing about our church, I know this is not a church program, but not everyone, but the majority of the people that we went to church with in South Jersey. So Grace became a famous celebrity makeup artist. I came to Korea to do K-pop.
Right.
Our friend Nasha, one of our close friends who we hang out with all the time, she's an actual celebrity entertainment lawyer in Hollywood.
Wow.
And then one of our friends who, I don't know if you guys know of this girl named Esther Choi, also went to church with us. Now she's a celebrity chef in America. She was on
chef.
Net
Wow.
Things, like one of those cooking shows.
Cooking shows.
On episode 1, I think she won. She
Wow.
actually hosts her own show on Food Network now in America.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's funny because I remember Esther, because Esther's way younger than us. She was born in 86, 85, 86. To me, she's like a baby, and now she's super famous, traveling the world on Deng Flix's shows and Hollywood. She was on like Good Morning America. She's been on a lot of talk shows.
Wow.
So we reached out to each other recently, like, oh my gosh, we should do like a South Jersey, what was it? United Methodist Church of South Jersey. That's what our church name.
You guys
We should do a reunion.
Yeah, you guys should
and catch
do a
up.
reunion together.
It'd be so much fun because who would have known?
Everybody's
4 or
in
5
the
little
entertainment
kids.
industry.
Yep. Yeah. So like we never imagined that would happen. So
Wow.
yeah, that's like I guess it was the 물 or the water in that church.
Speaking of rule
Yeah.
of church
Yeah.
and church, because I grew up in Hong Kong.
Okay.
This is my first time telling people in public, but you know, Yoo Jung 언니 of Brave Girls?
Okay.
We were in the same church together.
What?
We went to the same church in Hong Kong. Namyujung 언니
yeah,
of Brave
from
Girls.
my second episode of 청소광.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
on your show. Yeah, we
Oh,
went to the
wow.
same church together.
Wait, she's from
Hong Kong.
overseas?
Yeah, she grew up in Hong Kong too.
Why does she
I
speak
don't know
any
how-
English to me?
Really?
Oh.
She does.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's
Small
a
world.
new fun fact that
Yeah.
I never
See,
shared.
the church brings a lot of talent.
Exactly. And that's where you learn all your the instruments and
Yeah.
where you find your talent.
That is true because we would always practice like CCM songs
Right.
together. Yeah.
That's where I found my passion for dancing.
At church?
At church, because I was part of the dancing worship team.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's funny because a lot of people like church, they'll think that, but it's funny because at that age though, like I remember being like in 2nd grade, 3rd grade going to church, not going because, you know, at that age, you're not like, Jesus, you know, when we're young. At those days, it was more like, I'm going to see my friends because we all went to different schools in the same area. Like we're all like a 30-minute, we lived in a 30-minute vicinity, but we all went to different schools. So church was the only time that Grace, Nasha, Esther, my brother, other friends of ours that we knew could actually hang out and, you know, sing and listen to K-pop music together because we all went to schools where the majority, I think I was like the only, there was like maybe 3 Asian kids in my school growing up.
Wow.
So for me to listen to K-pop in front of them was kind of like, you know, it was like being secretive or it was illegal. That's what it felt like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's amazing that all of your friends are doing so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm very proud of them.
All right, and taking a look at some comments.
Alrighty.
Rong says, Brian Oppa must have chosen this song because he's the angel without wings himself.
Well, thank you very much. Also, you spelled my name wrong. You spelled my name Brain.
Brian Oppa.
I think our Taka wrote it wrong, but yeah.
Yes, and Taipei Wern says, DJ Brian, yay, I'm so excited to see you on air.
Well, Taipei Warren, it's weird to see you here. She writes, well, I'm not sure if it's a he or she. I always forget, but they always write on our...
Taipei Wern, she.
She.
Yes.
Okay, Taipei Warren always writes on our wall as well.
Thank
And
you
Wacky
always.
Cashew, you're the one who actually posted about this today, and I reposted yours. So thank you very much. And you want to see I only have sunglasses on because whenever we do KPC2 and they put these freaking lights on, they blind me. It's okay, so I'm putting them back on. I'm trying to keep them open. I hate these lights. I'm so sorry. I just hate bright lights.
Then
I'm such an eye.
how do you work on the studios? They have.
I mean, the lights aren't
such
this
great-
close. But every time we're like
on
in KPC
YouTube.
here,
Yeah,
it's not this close.
Really?
They're always behind the camera, but yeah, I don't know why. Sarang PD likes having these lights so close.
I
Yes.
love it because it makes me look brighter. It's like
I mean, it does.
auto Photoshop.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think of that way. But my eyes, I have very sensitive eyes to sun. It was always a thing since I was a little kid. And I realized I got diagnosed a couple years ago that if I look at bright lights too long, I start getting a migraine. And then it becomes like 몸살. It's weird. And then for like 5 hours, I'll vomit. So that's why I try not to
That's
look at
intense.
this. So obviously we shouldn't be looking at the sunlight directly anyway, but the doctor was like, 햇빛 아니면 강한 빛은 바라보지 말고 you should try to refrain from looking at lights. That's why I always have to
I
keep sunglasses
see.
on. Or you'll see me vomit for 5 hours. Yeah.
So Brian needs his sunglasses on to protect
My
himself,
eyes.
his eyes.
It's weird. I don't put sunscreen on all the time because I forget, but I always cover my eyes when there's bright lights around, usually.
You don't
Yeah.
put on sunscreen, but how do you have such good skin?
I mean, I don't think I have great skin. I do take care of my skin a little bit drastically compared to other people. Like, I do my LED masks. I do
LED mask.
LED
Wow.
mask. I do everything. Like, because once you get older, you realize when you're younger, you're like, I'm never gonna go bald. I'm never gonna have bad skin. But it's inevitable. We can't fight it. We
Right.
can't turn ourselves back and we can't go back in time. So I always try to do it at a younger age because a lot of people are like, I'll take care of my skin when I get older and I see wrinkles. I said, no, that's too late.
Right. You need to start preparing
Before you get wrinkles.
Exactly.
My doctor told me the same thing. It's like, for instance, I'll give you an example. My doctor told me this. If you have a creased wrinkle like that,
Yeah.
right, and you put cream on it, there's no way that's going to get that wrinkle gone. So you have to prepare and moisturize
Before you
and
have the wrinkle.
before the crease
That's why
forms.
you need to start putting it when you're like in your 20s.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
people are like, no, I'll do it when I'm in 30 and 40s. I'm like, no.
And that's too late.
Start in your 20s and you'll maintain what you look like now. Unless you're like one of my good friends who looked 50 at the age of 13. Then it's an, I'm sorry for you if you're a 13-year-old looking 50. I can't help you there.
So what would
So-
be the best skin tip
tip?
advice you could give?
Drink a lot of water. A lot of people think it's the outside where you put lotions and creams on. And it's true. I say you should put on an SPF, a sunscreen, which is the best for us because the sun actually damages our skin. A lot of people are like, but I need my vitamin D, I have to be in the sun. Yeah, you can go in the sun, but they also recommend that you should be only in the sun for like 15, 20 minutes a day, not all day long. And then so put on a sunscreen if you are gonna go in the sun.
Right.
And drink lots of water. Stay hydrated.
Yeah,
and I
especially
do
because
drink a lot of water.
nowadays it's so hot,
Oh my gosh.
right?
I don't understand people who are like, I love the summer, let's go to the beach. No. The beach, all it is people are like, it's just sand. Like, sand is just another form of dirt. It is disgusting. It's nasty. There's dead skin cells all over there. There's animal poo. And then the water, too. Like, this
Yeah.
earth has been around for how many centuries?
The pollution.
The pollution in the water, and people are like, but it's salt water. I don't care. I don't want salt water on my skin. That dries us out.
right.
So drink a lot of water.
Yes.
I'm not talking about sodas and beverages. I'm talking about pure H2O. Drink a lot of water. Stay hydrated. Moisturize, and most of all, SPF.
Right.
Those are the most important things.
Yes, very
Yes.
good advice. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and going back to the comments,
Yeah.
Wacky Cashew says, yes, why does Brian age backwards? I've seen him in 2009, 2011, 2012, 13. I see no difference with how he is now.
Oh my gosh. Wacky. Lisa, you're lying. 2009 till now, I didn't age. You're lying. But thank you very much for saying that. I appreciate that. But I don't think I've aged backwards. I just think that I'm very afraid of aging. I know we're all aging, but one of those things where ever since I was young, when people tell you, you're like, oh, you look young for your age, you don't want to all of a sudden someone comes up to you like, oh, you look so old. So that fear built up over time. So I'm just always, I don't know if this is the right wording, but I overdose on skincare.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Well, Mary Rose also wrote,
Yep.
he looks like he has found the fountain of youth.
Fountain of youth.
Mary Rose, thank you. I appreciate that, but that is so not true. And Mary Rose actually came to KPC last year, right? Yeah. She came to KPC and gave us all these treats from her country.
Wow,
Yes.
wonderful. And Blissful Mingyu says, not 아저씨, 오빠.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I see
thank
her
you.
every week as well.
I see.
She comes to my shoot a lot when I'm filming. Yeah.
And Blue says, hey, Brian, could you tell me today's TMI?
Today's TMI?
Yes.
Do we have to have a TMI for every day? Oh, let's see.
If you do.
Today's TMI. What do I have for today's TMI?
TMI.
I don't know. I don't have a TMI today. Let's see. The fact that I don't know if it's today. Actually, it is today because technically, since last night, I forgot to wash my hair before going to sleep. Oh, that's TMI.
Wait,
Too much
yesterday?
info. Last night.
Last night.
I was out, had dinner. I was cleaning the house. I washed my face. I washed my body. But I feel like when we wash our hair too often, like I've noticed a lot of hair coming out of my head when I shampoo.
Right.
So
I heard it's not good to wash your hair too often.
too often, yeah. That's why I didn't wash my hair last night. But, you know, when you don't wash your hair and you sleep on your pillow, over time
yeah.
your pillow smells like what's 정수리 in English? I don't know that word in English. It's like the
I've
top of your
never
hair.
thought of that.
It's like everybody has that swirly bald spot. They call it the bald spot because it's where like the swirl is. But I don't know the word for that in English.
정수리. I've never
Yeah.
thought of. I'll look it up.
Koreans always say, "Oh, 정수리 냄새."
Yeah.
Especially boys when they go through their adolescent age, they have that
정수리
smell, and then the
Crown
crown
of
the
your
crown of your head, I guess.
Ooh, that's a new expression.
Okay.
Crown of your head.
The COH, the crown of your head. COTD.
So I have a question.
Or
Are you the type who likes to shower in the morning or at night?
Both. Especially in the summertime because we sweat so much during the day.
Yeah.
But I do prefer to shower before bed because I like to go in my bed sheets feeling clean.
Yeah, that's important.
But then sometimes I prefer taking showers in the morning because it helps me wake up in the morning. But
Yeah, it
usually, on a day if I didn't have to work right away, I wake up, walk my dogs, feed my dogs, and go to the gym. So if I know I'm going to go to the gym, I don't need to shower because I'm going to sweat anyway.
Right.
And then I shower right after the gym. Yeah. Yep.
Wow, so 부지런해. Do you ever get lazy?
I don't think I'm 부지런해. I just feel like that's my... So when people say someone's 부지런해, if you think about it, yeah, it's 부지런해 because it's not part of your lifestyle. But for me, I'm just used to it. I've been doing it for, decades now. And I feel like you have a system where
Right.
I might think, oh my gosh, you're 부지런해. But it's just the way I am used to live my life. If I don't do it, that messes with my whole day. Like, I need to do this in a certain order.
It's like your daily routine.
Yes, I am a J.
Oh, me too.
ISTJ.
ISTJ? I'm an
Yeah.
ISFJ.
Yeah. Oh, so you're one of those people. Since we're F and T, the difference is if we see the news and something bad happens, say an earthquake happened in another country, and you'd probably be like, "Oh no, those poor
no.
people."
Of
I'd be
course.
like, "That must hurt." That's what a T's like.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm more of on a borderline of T and J where I'm like, ooh, that's gotta hurt. And then I get to the emotional part, like, oh no, all the people who are affected by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a strong F.
Oh, you're a strong F.
Yeah.
I'm a TF borderline. Same thing with I and E. I'm a borderline because I need to be alone. Like, my sofa and my bed are like my wireless charger where I can sit on there and then I recharge myself. And then when I go out and I see people I'm comfortable with, then I become an E. But if I meet new people that I know we're not going to connect, we don't have any connection at all, I become a total I.
So it really depends on the situation
Yeah.
or the people that you're with.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah. Oh
Right,
my God,
and-
my stomach. I'm sorry, guys.
Are you
We're
hungry?
live on YouTube, right live, and my stomach is.
That was a big sound, a big roll.
Yeah,
I heard
it
that too. Yeah.
I'm so hungry. Yes.
Oh, we should have brought in some snacks. Oh, we have some snacks
Oh, no,
outside.
no.
We'll,
They always.
have it later.
So of course we have the same producers on our
Yes.
show from your show, but they always bring me when I'm like, I'm hungry. They bring me the foods that are saturated in sugars and
I love it.
bad ingredients. Well, you need it. You
Yeah, I need
You
it.
look so skinny.
Oh, thank you.
You look like the little.
That's a good thing.
You look that game, the Hangman game, the stick figure.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You need to gain some weight. Does your husband eat all your food?
No, he doesn't.
doesn't?
I actually eat a lot.
What?
Yeah.
Then what's yours? Okay, you asked me about my skincare. What is your body care routine? Like, how do you stay so fit and thin?
I don't know. I don't work out. I don't drink a lot of water.
She doesn't work out, y'all.
I don't. I remember you told me like
Yeah.
a long time ago that I should start doing CrossFit.
Yeah. CrossFit's fun.
Yeah, it's an intense workout.
Yeah.
But I don't work out. I should, but I'm not doing it right now. But I guess I eat.
I mean, you also have a
I eat in
child,
small
so-
portions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Yeah,
Lots
if
of
you eat in small portions.
meals in small portions. And because I have a boy, a 2-year-old boy, and I have to follow him everywhere. I
That
guess
is your
that's
workout.
That's my workout.
I feel like moms who have a young kid or child is a workout because you have to maintain them, you have to take care of them, you got to walk around, you got to make sure. So you're moving around and you're very active throughout the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cardio workout.
그러니까.
Yeah.
That's a workout right there.
All right, it's time for another song break. And next up on DJ Brian's playlist are 굴레를 벗어나, Break Off the Yoke by Juice, and Come Back Home by 서태지와 아이들. We just heard 서태지와 아이들 with Come Back Home. And before that, it was Juice and their song 굴레를 벗어나, Break Off the Yoke.
Which you never heard.
I don't think I've heard
Yeah.
these songs before.
굴레를 벗어나 I think came out when I was in like grade school, and I used to love this song because I was a big Deuce fan growing up. I forget. I think I performed this a long time ago at a church event. Everything had to do with church. Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
a very old school
Very old school.
K-pop song.
I think 굴레를 벗어나 came out. Was it before Come Back Home? Maybe. I don't know what year it came out.
I believe it's
So we're gonna have somebody search that.
Yeah.
But it's an old school song, of course. Yep.
Old school K-pop song.
Yep.
And Come Back Home, I believe I've heard this before. Interesting rap part. The rap. Yeah.
I remember there was a big issue about Come Back Home back in the day because there was a pop rap group back in the day called Cypress Hill. And so 서태지 선배님's style sounded a lot like that rapper's. Yeah, so Be Real, the rapper of the group, he used to be like, there was a song called Insane in the Membrane. And so if you actually compare the two songs, their rap styles are very similar. But of course, Insane in the Membrane came out years before Come Back Home came out. So I remember back in 95, 96, there was a whole issue like, oh, is it 표절, whatever.
I see.
But whether it was or not, I didn't care. I just loved it because for me at the time, 서태지 literally opened up the doors for K-pop. Like
Right.
he reinvented what K-pop was back then.
It was a
Like,
new generation.
yeah. So a lot of people are like, no, you know, the new generation is the groups that came out in 2000s. Like, no, if it wasn't for 서태지,
Right.
none of the groups that are out right now, I feel like, would be where they are.
Absolutely.
He broke barriers.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and taking a look, oh, by the way, both songs were released in 1995.
Okay. So,
All right. And taking a look at some comments, 오잉또잉 says, 야, 진태기 오빠다. 진태기?
I know who this is now. Because she's the only one who calls me that.
What's
Yeah.
that? What's
Oh,
진태기?
so if you actually look me up on the Wicca Thing sites,
Oh, is that
it
your
should
Korean name?
My real Korean name right now is Ju-Mingyu, right? But when I was
never knew that.
born, when I was born, my Korean name was Jintaek, so Ju-Jintaek.
Wow.
And the reason why Mingyu changed to Mingyu, I think when I was 3, my dad went to a fortune teller,
I see.
and he went on my brother and my behalf, and found out that Jintaegi was a bad name for me. Like it was bad luck.
Okay.
If you continue to say that name, health would be bad, you know, finance would be bad, whatever. So they changed our name. So it was Jintaek and Jinho, my brother's name.
I see.
They changed us to Mingyu, my name. My brother's Mingun. And so the funny thing is, this fan knows it, and I know who you talking. I know who you are, and she even messaged me. She's like, I know it's not good luck for you, but I like the name. I'm like, all right, knowing that you're gonna ruin my life, you're gonna keep calling me that. So. 진택이 오빠라고 부르는 거는 부르지 마라. 너 누군지 알지? 난 너 누군지 알아. 그게 나한테 안 좋은 이름이야. That's just my name, but you don't have to call me that.
And names are really
Unless you want
important.
to make me die early. If that's your goal, then you're doing a great job. But shoot, you're a hater then if you keep using me my original name.
And the meanings of names are so important.
In Korea,
so important, especially in Korea.
Yeah.
And like when you translate that into Hanja,
Yeah.
into Chinese characters.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Very important.
I see. And Johnny says, I was wondering if the studio was scrubbed well enough to keep his vibes good.
Oh, that's the question I get all the time when I go to a new studio. But this is way better than the KPC studio, I'll tell that. What people don't know is like the KPC studio is the recorded studio literally downstairs from where we are right now.
We have the same recording studio.
Recording studio, record there. But here at least for Wonder Hours, they made it look bright and lively and
Yeah.
clean. They put this white, mystical, angelic curtain behind us.
Yay.
They have this huge screen with Wonder Hours in pink and white.
Yes.
Which, by the way, pink is my lucky color.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Growing up, even up until like 3 years ago, I hated pink. One of the colors I would never ever imagine wearing. But my fortune teller told me wear a lot of pink because pink is good luck for me. So
But why would you go to a fortune teller?
you know
Because you're a Christian.
that's the thing. A lot of people, I get that so many times. I get actual like mean Christians that text me like,
Yeah.
"You're gonna go to hell." My thing
But you know,
is,
I do once in a while too,
Yeah.
like tarot cards, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
for
yeah.
fun.
For fun, that's the
Because I
thing.
believe that's
Out of
like
curiosity.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they studied.
exactly.
They studied.
I'm not trying to go there and be like, I'm gonna evangelize to people that you should go tarot. No, I just went out of spite and also for a TV show.
Yeah.
And so, some of the stuff they tell you, you want to take the good things. You know, there's like pink's a good color.
Right.
It's like, okay, cool. So I start wearing more pinks, pink underwear, pink socks, anything with that pink. Why not use the good stuff that you're learning? You know.
Yeah.
But I get like Christians telling me like, oh, you're gonna go to hell if you believe in that stuff. I'm like, oh, thank you for your
Advice.
opinion. But my thing is also, if you're a Christian, we don't have a right to tell somebody who's going to hell.
That's
You know?
true.
So
Right.
people that you see on the streets, doing like, you gotta go to, that annoys me too when I see people like, choose God, da da da. I'm like, thank you. But also in the Bible tells you not to do it that way,
Right.
So we have to,
It's a very sensitive
it's
issue.
a very sensitive issue.
Yeah.
But when people overly do it, I tell people, know your place. Don't
Yeah.
do it the way you're doing it. You're giving a bad image for other Christians by doing it this way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Me too. It's such a sensitive issue that I'm always careful to talk
Yeah.
about it too, right?
But we shouldn't be, afraid of it. But at the same time, I'm one of those people who don't boast about it.
Right.
I don't have to be like, oh, I'm gonna wear only Christian clothing and wear my Bible all the time in front of you guys. No.
Right.
What I do between me and my God is between me and my God.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Great advice.
Yeah.
All right, and we're getting so many fun questions that we're running out of time.
Already?
Already. So
Okay.
we'll be right back after one more song break. Here's Zico with Spot featuring Jenny.
Everything okay, my man? Turn the music up.
We just heard Spot by Zico featuring Jenny.
Yes.
Yes, what a beautiful song.
Great song. And I told Zico when it comes out, I'd support him. So, 지코야, 형이 네 노래 틀었다. 화이팅!
Fighting. Right, and starting July, you'll also be on a new KBS show titled Pop-Up 상륙 작전 or
Yes.
Operation Pop-Up. Well, can you tell us a bit about the show?
So, pretty simple. We go to another country. So a lot of people who follow me on my social media stuff know that we went to LA recently back in May. And so we're going to try to get a restaurant chef and owner to agree to come to Korea and do a pop-up here in Korea at the blank blank. I can't say the name because this, of course, is a brand name. But it's really close to where we are right now, KBS. And we're actually doing the studio filming for that this Saturday at that venue. Yeah. So it's a food
Is that
show.
going to be the first studio shoot?
Yes. We did the overseas shoot. Now the first studio shoot will be that day. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your new show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I believe it's coming up in July.
I don't know what's going to be aired. I wasn't told when it will be aired yet.
I saw online that it's in July,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's coming up soon.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, and I can't believe it's already time to say goodbye.
Now it's time to say goodbye. Sorry, guys.
Thank you so much for making the time to visit us.
Well, thank you for having me.
And for sharing your bright vibes with us today.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So where are you headed to after the show?
So I have I forget which network it was, but one of the news networks have a live show tonight, so I have an interview. So I have to go to hair and makeup right after this. for
All
that.
right.
Yeah.
Well, have a good day, and thank you
you.
again for coming.
Thank you so much.
Right, goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
We're going to say goodbye to Brian and close the show with one last